Hi friends, I welcome you all for the channel of your UPSC friend. Today, let's discuss some of the current and static MCQs for the prelims 2020. First question, which of the following countries are part of Coral Triangle Initiative? First, Indonesia, second, Malaysia, third, Papua New Guinea, fourth, Solomon Islands, fifth, Timor-Leste. Before answering to this question, first let us see the map of Coral Triangle Initiative. Here, this is the map showing the countries which are the members of Coral Triangle Initiative. Here it is, you can see this Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, and Timor-Leste. These are the 6 countries which are part of Coral Triangle Initiative. So let's get back to question and answer it. We have seen the 6 countries. Let's check the options now. Indonesia, yes, it is the part. Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Timor-Leste. And the one more country which is missing is Philippines. So here the option is D. The Coral Triangle is an annual event started by Coral Triangle Initiative since 2012 in conjunction with the World Ocean Day on June 8th. The aim is to raise the awareness of ocean conservation and protection, especially of coral triangles. The Coral Triangle Initiative is a multilateral partnership of 6 countries. We have seen which are those 6 countries in the map. The significance of this coral triangle is it is considered as one of the 3 mega ecological complexes on Earth. The other 2, this is the third mega ecological complex, and the other 3 are Congo Basin and Amazon rainforest. Next question. National Institutional Ranking Framework has released by option A Pratham, option B UNESCO, option C MHRD, option D Niti Aayog. Here the correct option is option C MHRD. National Institutional Ranking Framework NIRF released by MHRD. This framework outlines the methodology to rank institutions across the country. The framework was approved by Ministry of Human Resource and Development and launched by the ministry on 29 September 2015, and the ranking started in 2016. The parameters broadly cover teaching, learning and resources, research and professional practices, graduation outcomes and inclusivity and perception. According to this report, the first rank goes to IIT Madras of Tamil Nadu, second Indian Institute of Science Karnataka, third IIT Delhi. Third question. Which of the following statements are correct in the context of Indian Gaur? First statement, it is endemic to Western Ghats. Second statement, IUCN status of Indian Gaur is endangered. Here, we need to choose the correct statement. The Indian Gaur is not endemic to Western Ghats. Let's see which are the places they are found in. And when it comes to the IUCN status, it is vulnerable, not endangered. So here both the statements are wrong. Hence, the correct option is D, none. This is the image of Indian Gaur, and the second image shows the places where Indian Gaur is present, are usually found. That is, you can see here Western Ghats and some northeastern parts and Southeast Asia. Indian Gaur was recently in news because the first population estimation exercise of Indian Gaur carried out in Nilgiri forest. It is also called as Indian bison. It is one of the largest extant bovines. It is the native to South and Southeast Asia and has been listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List since 1986, and also it belongs to Schedule 1 of Indian Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Next question. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Here we need to choose the incorrect statement. First statement, it is an intergovernmental organization and international tribunal that sits in Hague, Netherlands. Here it is speaking about International Criminal Court. The ICC has jurisdiction to prosecute the individuals for the international crimes of genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crimes of aggression. Third statement, it is intended to replace the existing national judicial system. Fourth statement, ICC lacks the universal territorial jurisdiction. Let's check the statements. The ICC is an intergovernment organization which sits in The Hague, Netherlands. The second statement is telling that the jurisdiction to prosecute individuals for the international crimes of genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crimes of aggression. Yes, this statement is also correct. In the third statement, it complements the existing national judicial system, but it does not replace the national judicial system. Hence, the statement 3 is incorrect. The fourth statement is telling that the ICC lacks the universal territorial jurisdiction. Yes, this statement is also correct. So, here the incorrect statement is 3 only. So, the option is C. International Criminal Court is an intergovernmental organization and international tribunal that sits in The Hague, Netherlands. ICC has jurisdiction to prosecute the individuals for the international crimes of genocides, crime against humanity, war crimes, and the crimes of aggression. Here, the important thing to note is the prosecution of individuals. It is intended to complement the existing national judicial system, and it may therefore exercise its jurisdiction only when national courts are unwilling or unable to prosecute the criminals. ICC lacks territorial jurisdiction and may only investigate and prosecute the crimes committed within the member states. Crimes committed by nationals or member states are crimes in situation referred to the court by United Nations Security Council. The ICC began functioning on 1st July 2002, the date that Rome Statute entered into force. So the next question is regarding the Lunar Lake. The Lunar Lake was recently in news. It is located in first option Maharashtra, second Madhya Pradesh, third Telangana, and the fourth option is Jharkhand. The Lunar Lake is present in Maharashtra. So the option is A. Lunar Lake, it is located in Maharashtra, especially in Buldana district. It is the 50,000-year-old lake which recently turned to pink color due to the increased salinity and change in behavior of the algae. It is also notified as National Geoheritage Monument in 1979, and the authority to notify any monument as National Geoheritage is under Geological Survey of India. This lake was created by an asteroid collision with impact during Paleocene epoch. It is also mentioned in Skanda Puran, Padma Puran, and also in Ain-i-Akbari. And the next thing is the first European to visit the site was J.E. Alexander in 1823. Here, as I mentioned that it was mentioned in Ain-i-Akbari, let's see regarding the Ain-i-Akbari. It describes the administration of Akbar. It was documented during the 16th century and the author was Abdul Fazal I Mubarak. It is written in the Persian language. Here are some of the important news items. There was a definition given in the today's Hindu paper, that is the declared foreigner. Declared foreigner is a person marked by any of the 100 foreigners tribunal in Assam for allegedly failing to prove their citizenship after state police border wing mark him or her as an illegal migrant. It is done under the Foreigners Act of 1946. The next thing is regarding the exotic life species. Exotic life species are animal or plant species moved from their original range to new one. These species are introduced to new location often by people. These exotic species are not mentioned in schedules of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It is important to note that these exotic species are not mentioned in Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Importer should obtain no objection certificate from Chief Wildlife Warden of the state, and also the importer should voluntarily disclose within the period of 6 months. The another thing is Jagannana Chedoddu scheme. It is launched by Andhra Pradesh state government for the welfare of tailors, dhobis and barbers. This scheme intends to provide one-time financial assistance of 10,000 rupees, which will be deposited directly into the bank account of beneficiaries under the age of 60. These are regarding the questions and some important news items today. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.